Greetings. Today is Monday, September 10th, 2018, and I'm here just to shoot a quick little video to share with you my latest Retro 51 acquisition. I have 9 writing implements overall, one mechanical pencil, one fountain pen, and 7 roller balls. Of the 7 roller balls I have, 5 of them are from what I call the Americana collection. 6 of them, if you count the football pen that I got years ago that started this whole thing. I mean, I guess it depends on how much you consider football to be Americana. So this is my latest pen. My parents actually gave this to me for my birthday, and they don't know it because they sent me some money. And part of what I did was add this pen to my collection. This is from the Smithsonian collection, which is part of the new line of pens from Retro 51. The first one, of course, as I mentioned in my previous video, was the one that was based on the African American Museum of History. And then the second one they put out had dinosaur fossils on it for the Natural History Museum. And this is their Air and Space Museum tribute. And it is actually really cool on several levels. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you. It is the Lockheed Vega. And that is in the Air and Space Museum, and it is the plane that Amelia Earhart flew when she did her solo trip across the Atlantic and her solo trip across the United States, thus putting her in the record books. And the plane, like I said, is in the Air and Space Museum, so this is their tribute for the Air and Space Museum. And I really don't like the one for the Natural History Museum. I do like the one for the African American History Museum, but I just haven't had a chance to add that to my collection yet. But this one I saw, and it is a representation of the body. Why can you not see that? Because I'm not holding it up in front of the webcam. There you go. It is a representation of the body of the Lockheed Vega that she flew. It's got the whatever that registry number is that all planes have. And one thing you're not going to be able to see because of the lighting and the webcam, but it actually looks like it's got rivets, like the rivets that were bolted into the plane. So this is a tribute both to Amelia Earhart and the Air and Space Museum. And I thought, since I'm collecting the Americana ones, I've got the presidential signatures, I've got the Betsy, I've got the Gadsden flag, I've got the Declaration of Independence signatures fountain pen. You know, since I've been collecting these pens, I thought it would be nice to add another pen representing a woman to my collection because I do have the Betsy Ross. But yeah, this one is really wicked cool. It's a nice color. It looks like the exact color of the Lockheed Vega from the pictures I've seen online. So very cool tribute. Thank you, Mother and Daddy, for helping me add this to my collection. I've already shown these, but there's my presidential signature one. There's my Betsy. This one is probably my favorite in my collection. Oh, and this is the Francis Scott Key one. Frankie, as I call it. And it's got the first verse of the national anthem on it. And then, like I said, I don't know if the football one really counts as Americana in the same spirit that these are like all history based. And the Gadsden flag, I actually got a Gadsden flag sticker to put on my car. And it says, "Liberty or death, don't tread on me." And this one I don't think I've ever shown. This is my Sudoku mechanical pencil. Now, what I really love about this one is the thickness of the lead. I mean, that is a freaking thick lead. But the way I press down, I can't use chintzy mechanical pencils because they snap too easily. So I really like that one. And did I ever show you this one? The Clicky Post Galaxy, or the system with the solar system on it. So one that I may or may not add to my collection by default, by way of giving it to my husband for Christmas, just depending on how much he uses it, is they had a first responder fire fire department pin that I bought him for Christmas. Because it was funny, back a while ago, Bill and I guess it was when I first started collecting these Retro 51s, and Bill and I were talking about it, and he said, you know what would be cool would be if they would make one like a tribute to firefighters and maybe call it Engine 51, like a tribute, to the show Emergency and first responders. And I know that Retro 51 is very good about responding to their clients and, accepting suggestions for different pen models. And so I had texted them through their Facebook page and said something about a first responder series. And they said, well, we've got something coming up. Can't give you the details, but we got something coming up in that regard. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Engine 37 tribute to firefighters came out. So I went ahead and ordered that for Bill for Christmas, but I'm pretty sure I will probably be using it more than him. But that's okay. It can be part of my collection by proxy. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. Of course, the tube that it comes in, it has the Smithsonian logo on it, and it has a picture of the plane. So wouldn't you say that pin is a perfect representation of the Lockheed Vega? But I really love these Retro 51s, and I actually use them quite a bit. I mean, I don't use my fountain pens all the time, and there's some notebooks I have that are really, really jinky with fountain pens, so I don't even bother. And I do have a random mishmash collection of like gel pens and things like that, but I really like having the Retro 51s because it's a nice looking pen. It's not going to break the bank to collect those in the way that some fountain pens would. And it's just nice because you don't always need a rollerball. So anyway, this is a brief little video. I just wanted to thank my mom and dad for my lovely birthday present. They also gave me 4 fat quarters of cross-stitch fabric, which have not come yet because I'm sure they're still being dyed. So like I said, the fun part of my birthday these days is just figuring out how I'll spend the money I get as a gift. So, until next time, I just wanted to share that with my pen friends. And I wish you happy writing and good vibes. And I will see you soon.